We have the AFC Championship game coming up on Sunday, a rematch of what 2020 was. The Bills at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in Arrowhead for the 7th straight year in the AFC Championship game. Wild enough, we're literally watching the dynasty in front of our eyes, but there was never really a doubt for it. Chiefs are favored by 2 and over under of 47.5 points. Give me some of your general takeaways and a score prediction of this game as we have a Super Bowl spot on the line in the AFC, Marcus.
I do think the Bills are going to win this game, and I think the Bills are going to win this game because the Bills have to win this game.
They do have to.
They have to win this game. This is entering the playoffs. It was my position that there was no human in the NFL under more pressure than Lamar Jackson to get to and win a Super Bowl this season. And now that he's been sent home again by a peer again because he turned the ball over twice again. All of that pressure has now shifted to Sean McDermott and Josh Allen. More so Sean McDermott than Josh Allen, because we've seen Josh Allen multiple times in his career in the playoffs have out of this world performances that were undone by his coaching and or his defense. The Kansas City Chiefs are not better than the Buffalo Bills right now. They're not better. They're not. We give the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt because they've earned it, because of who their coach is, because of who their quarterback is, because of who their defensive coordinator is, and because of who their tight end is, and because of Chris Jones. That is why we trust the Chiefs so much. That is why a lot of people have put money on the Chiefs. That's also why so many people hate the Chiefs, right? Because we're sick of it. We're sick of it. We want to see someone else play a football game. We're sick of it, really. Right. So, but for nothing else, there's a lot of things on the line in this game on Sunday. The Bills shot at a Super Bowl is on the, like, not just this year, obviously, but just like in Josh Allen's career, I think is on the line in this game. Sean McDermott's spot as a head coach in Buffalo is on the line in this game. They lose this game, he's gone. There's no way.
Really?
Buffalo Bills. There is no way the Buffalo Bills can justify bringing Sean McDermott back if they lose this game, especially if Josh Allen plays out of his mind football and they lose a tight game. There's no way. Because if Josh Allen's playing out of his mind football and the Bills lost a tight game, it's because the defense messed up or Sean McDermott messed up. And we know that because that's what history tells us. There's no way Sean McDermott can come back to Buffalo if they lose this game. But more importantly than that, for Josh Allen, firmly cementing himself as the second best quarterback in football is on the line this season. And the reason why I say that is because there are people out there who might want to say that Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in football. There are people out here who obviously believe that Lamar Jackson is the second best quarterback in football. There's people out here that think that Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in football. And I certainly do believe that Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in football. But there's one thing that Joe Burrow's done in his career that Josh Allen's never done. That's beat Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. There's one thing that Lamar Jackson's done in his career that Josh Allen's never done. That's win an MVP. I do believe that Josh Allen's going to win an MVP this season. Now he's got a chance to beat Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He does both those things this season. He's unequivocally the second best quarterback in the NFL. So I do think the Bills are going to win. I don't think they're going to blow them out. I do think it's going to be a tight game. No one blows out the Chiefs, right? Like, this isn't going to be – the Bills aren't going into Arrowhead and stomping the Chiefs out. But I do think when you look at the way that this team plays football, it works for them. James Cook is slowly turning into one of the premier running backs in this league, right? And maybe this is a game where they lean on Amari Cooper a little bit more. Maybe it's a game where they lean on Keon Coleman a little bit more. Maybe it's a game where they lean on Khalil Shakir a little bit more. It doesn't matter. As long as Josh Allen plays sound football and doesn't turn the ball over, and James Cook continues to be effective the way that he was throughout the course of the season, and this O-line is effective, which it has been all season. Both of their tackles, I believe, Deion Dawkins, and I can't think of their other tackle right now, but both their tackles were Pro Bowlers, I do believe, this season, or at the very least on one of like the second team All-Pro teams or whatever. They should have been if they weren't. Really good season this season. The Bills have everything they need to go into Arrowhead and punch their ticket to New Orleans to go to the Super Bowl, and I think they will do it. I would say the score is going to be 27-24. It's hard to imagine the Chiefs don't score at least 3 touchdowns in this game. So I'll say 27.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. I believe they do have everything on their side, on that roster, within that organization, especially quarterback, coaching, offensive weapons, great offensive line, like you said. They've got what it takes. They do. I'm still under the impression that, we see how the Chiefs played against the Texans, just over 200 yards offensively. The Texans come out and outgain them. The Texans defense did solid to be able to contain them. But when you have them be able to run the kickback to open the game, when you have them with some short fields, when you have some turnovers that they were able to take advantage of. Actually, hold on. Let me check myself real quick. Did the Texans turn the ball over in that game? I don't want to misspeak there. Let me see. No, they did not. They did not. But again, the Chiefs only putting up 212 total yards, 50 rushing yards, 4.2 yards per play. I mean, I thought that was going to be the game where Mahomes and Reed kind of pulled out, 35, 40% of the playbook that nobody's seen all year and just absolutely, throws the house at them and really runs away with it. That wasn't the case. So I'm still wondering if this is going to be that type of game. It's a rematch of Week 11. Bills won 30-21, and rightfully so. They controlled most of the football game. And we've got an elite quarterback matchup as well between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Mahomes is again, in his 7th straight AFC championship game at home. So he doesn't really have, a ton of pressure on him. I mean, what great pressure it is to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, right? Let's really be real about it. And then Josh Allen in the running for his MVP, which I think he does have a very, very great case for, but it's going to be a tough one for him to take it home, just a day or two before the Super Bowl there. Solid coaching matchup as well. I am going to give that advantage to Andy Reid, no doubt, because he's been here before. This is a multiple-time Coach of the Year winner, and we have seen Sean McDermott get a little boneheaded, get a little silly in big moments. And, can he just really live up to this occasion since 2020, 4 or 5 seasons since he's been, in this position? These are the 2 best defenses in terms of playoff points per game left. Literally, Chiefs are 1, Bills are 2. I think the Chiefs are giving up 16 points per game in the playoffs. Bills are giving up 17 points per game on average in the playoffs. So it's going to be a great defensive matchup, as much as the final score prediction might make you think otherwise, because I think it's going to be also, a fireworks show. Like, these guys are going to come to play. These teams are going to be very solid in this one, and everybody's eyes are going to be on it. The Bills are off a major win as well, including shutting down Derrick Henry per Derrick Henry standards and expectations. Yes, 16 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown. When you look at that average yards per carry, it's very solid. But the Baltimore Ravens know that if Derrick Henry doesn't run the ball 20 times a game, they lose. If he doesn't rush for at least 90 yards, they lose. And yes, he might have only came 4 carries and 6 yards short of that. And you can look at a couple of Lamar Jackson turnovers as well. But I give a ton of credit to that Bills defense, and they have to be able to replicate that same aspect here. Bills run defense is solid, and we've seen that against them, the Ravens and against some teams this season. But the pass defense, maybe not so much necessarily. We do have DeAndre Hopkins, not we. The Chiefs have DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce. That's going to be a handful for a secondary that has struggled at times to keep up with elite players. And again, if they are really able to break out a part of that playbook that has not been seen in the biggest stage of the game, in the biggest stage of the NFL, for the Chiefs up to this point this season, of course, before the Super Bowl, then it's going to be tough for Buffalo. It's going to be really tough for them. Being an Arrowhead is a huge advantage for them. We know that they play very great football there. It's going to be loud. It's going to be cold. Not that the Bills aren't used to that, but being an Arrowhead versus being in Buffalo, it's going to have its differences, and the Bills have to be able to withstand that. I think one of the biggest factors here is James Cook has to get involved heavily, and he has to get involved early, because he has been such a great lifeline for this team. I love seeing him being able to come out of Georgia, have a couple of seasons to get his bearings, and then taking that, stress off of Josh Allen, taking that real pressure off of him, because there were so many seasons that we said, Bills can't run the ball in November. Bills can't run the ball in December. Bills can't run the ball in January. That's over. That's absolutely over. You have a running back with double-digit rushing touchdowns now. You have a running back who can turn just about any play into a touchdown, who can play inside, who can play outside, who has been very solid this year and a great compliment to Josh Allen. Score prediction, though, I'm giving the nod to the Chiefs due to the 7 years of consecutive experience here. I know I said it'll be a defensive one, and this defense will rear its head plenty of times in this game, but I'm going to take the Chiefs 34-31 in Arrowhead to go to their Super Bowl, to possibly have the chance of the three-peat on the line. It's going to be a great one to see. I could see an overtime matchup here. That's what the script could possibly give us, right? We could see the NFL really serving us up a great AFC championship game, and I can't wait to watch it, bro. Maybe we can possibly work together on an instant reaction when the time comes.
Hey, it's AJL here. Appreciate you sticking to the end of the video here on YouTube. You could have chose any other show, but you chose my video, and for that, I'm very grateful. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Hit the bell on the channel so you never miss a post. Check me out on all social media platforms. Right here, you'll find a chance to subscribe to the show, a related video, and a playlist. See you guys in the next one.